Ooh, that one looks right up my alley. Yeah, this is a good one to redraw. The f is Nikolai Gogol doing here?
Hello there.
Bro got lost in his portals. Pick up a pencil, say no to AI. So true, Sonic, so true. Bruh, even Wings Club can't escape. What else? Oh, jellyfish girl looking cute there. Okay, I can work with this. Aw, that's adorable. See, this is what I like to see, an actual drawing, and I'm sure they'll do awesome in the future. Time to abduct. That's concerning. Wait, what is that? What's going on with that? What is it? Huh? Can you tell me what's the name of the AI? It's called Learn How to Draw. Oh shit! This is my friend Sophia's crush. He ugly but cool. Huh? Oh, dragon-like humanoid spotted. Remember, childrens, it's never okay to steal art, but stealing AI art is totally fine. What a profound internet user.
Okay, let's move on.
Heyo, Ku times 3 Sun here, or you can call me Ku-X3 if that's easier. AI art. I'm sure most of us are familiar with it and how horrible it is for us artists, especially since it's going way out of control nowadays. There are many issues regarding AI art, and that list goes on and on, from the disfigured odd shapes in anatomy to the tracing and full-on dependency. However, we're not here to give ourselves a headache and dive further into those issues. As an inspiring artist, I'm here to show that I'm not giving up. Despite my crappy artwork and lack of creative skills at my current level, I'm not gonna let AI scare me into stopping my artistic passion. So that's why we're here to abduct some AI art and redraw them. And if you didn't already know, any AI generated content is copyright free. Therefore, I can go as crazy as I like and select some AI art I can send to a rehabilitation center. As you've seen in the first part of the intro, I've selected 4 pieces of AI generated artwork to work on. The process will simply go as the analysis, which includes what I want to work on and the expected final piece, then a time lapse of the work along with some commentary, and then the final product. Before we begin, let's take a look at the labels for this video. Warning labels include scuffed time-lapse footage and my art, which I will continue to improve on.
Everybody listen up!
We're starting off with the "It's not a phase" girl here. I don't understand what the heck is going on with her legs, but we're here to fix that. I plan to make the design for her dress a bit simpler, especially for the rose button or pin and the rest of this. The swirls that her hair is doing also don't make that much sense, and I'll also be changing the hair accessory. In my opinion, I think I can add something to make it pop, or at least a part of her design to be eye-catching with the red other than her eyes. First off, am I using Metabang? Yes. For the picky software users, never blame the tools used. Plus, I kinda no money. Moving on. Doing the sketch, pretty simple pose here, not much. I have my art style pretty much down, so I'm quick with the poses. Decided to look up some gothic dresses and gowns, and not gonna lie, it looks good. Would actually wear. Making the dress more simple here, and like I said, fixing the legs and checking out some boots for reference. The footwear looking crispy. Belts and straps have been my thing lately, so decided to add that into the design. Wasn't satisfied with the first one, so I added the strap at the top of the foot. So for the rest of this footage, I continued to simplify yet added some additions with, which I thought would make the outfit pop more. AI art. An absolute horror, I say as I draw a horror-themed character. Anyways, many artists, including myself, are wary and even scared of AI art. Some are even beginning to get discouraged and wonder if they should learn art in the first place. It's hard to post on the internet with the fear of having your work stolen, fed to some machine and used by other people and claimed as their work despite not lifting a damn pencil. Shameless. Here's what I have to say to that. To the artists out there, don't give up on art. I want you guys to know that you're already 100 times better because you guys are actually learning, picking up that pen and actually making something out of your own bare hands with a moralistic approach. That's how I see it. Anyways, I'll come back to that subject later because as we can see here, I've finished the sketch. Yay! This isn't over. There's more. Now that I have the sketch of this gothic princess, I can finally work on something more than just a simple pose or reference sheet-like piece. When I draw, as you've seen, I drew the hands first because I want the placement to be solidified, and then I can connect the hands to the arms and the arms to the body. It's easier for me that way, and it's actually an art tip I'd like to share, so try it out and see if it works for you guys too. My style is blocky and sharp, so that's why we have this going on. As you can see, my work is stylized. By this time, I got a burger to eat, and I managed to solve my tablet's issues, so I was able to transfer my work so I was more comfortable. I redid all of the line art and fixed up what I wasn't satisfied with. I wasn't going to draw on the PC originally, but my tablet had some recording issues, and when I took a break, I worked on it and it got solved, so here we are. Hope you guys don't mind. Yes, I'm still using Medibang. If it can get the job done, then let it be. So back to the AI art shenanigans. It's discouraging, especially if a lot of the attention goes to the work that barely has any effort and to those who worked hours and hours. Especially if the utilization and the intention of that AI is about overshadowing other artists. I can see why some audiences gravitate and fixate around AI art, from the vibrant colors to the vibes. Yes, there are some that makes you go, wow, technology can do that, or hey, that's actually kind of cute, but in the end, you have to think about the whole picture here. The artists, the effort, the recognition, the aspirations, and the enjoyment of the artistic process. Even if someone were to comment about how shit or crappy my art looks, about how it doesn't compare to the wonders of AI, I don't give a damn. At least I know that I made my art with my own hands and ideas, that I actually learned something, and most importantly, it's fun. It's an enjoyable journey for me. It fuels my passion and makes me happy. I'd rather be a crappy yet happy, content, and fulfilled artist. So what if my art is crap? I had fun. It'll be something to look back on. It'll be part of the progress bar. I'm not the best at coloring, I'll get it out there. I'm still working on shading and learning techniques. Back to the topic, it really depends on how AI is utilized, you know? Not all AI is bad. Some use AI for simply fun experimentation, nobody hurting anyone. Some play around with AI just to see what funny images will show up or see what kind of designs they can modify or what crazy or cute character shows up that they can gain some inspiration from. But still, it comes back to the fact that another artist's work was fed to that AI machine, most without their permission, and it's heartbreaking to see their efforts simply replicated with some few taps and clicks. A craft that they've mastered or are even still trying to master for how many years? And back to the work I'm doing. As you can see, we're doing some finishing touches here, and it's done. Honestly, I think I'm pretty proud of the result here. I think I did a pretty good job, especially with the red, which I really wanted to make sure that it's checked off the list. Anyways, this is a pretty good way to start this off. Jellyfish girl. Not gonna lie, when I first saw her, I was in awe. She generally looks cute, yet it's terrifying at how AI can reach this level of work. It was hard to tell if this was AI or not, but if you look closely, like the hands and shoes, it is in fact AI. This cute jellyfish girl is AI. And what is that mushroom?
Oh my god! What is that?
For the changes, I've decided to change the whole outfit to something more fluffy, more shades of blue and stuff. There's also another reason why, and you'll see what I have in store for the dress. I've also decided to cut her hair short so we can emphasize the jellyfish hat and the tentacles, and I've also changed the footwear. And let's proceed to the sketch. Obviously, AI isn't just centered around art, but other tools as well. Once again, it all depends on how AI is used. AI should be used for greater causes. Now, I'm not that technology savvy or an expert, but a future where AI is used for good reasons, like creating technology that can deal with health problems, cure this and that. Some technology where it's not so harmful to the environment and things like that, you know? Something that has a good outcome, something that does not cause harm, but such perfection is non-existent, so we can only hope for something better at least. Moving forward, let's talk about the sketch here, and this is what I had in mind for the dress. Oh, and I was debating hard on these shoes, guys. I had to think about it. What style, what material, what's she gonna frolic on the sand for? Then it hit me. She's gonna be in the ocean floating around and stuff. The heck she needs shoes for? Go barefoot, girl. In all seriousness, I went for what made sense for a jellyfish. But I honestly did have a mental debate on the footwear, and in the end, she just went barefoot. And so this is our sketch. Let's get right into the final work. Okay, so sometimes the recording software doesn't want to cooperate, so fortunately I turned on the time-lapse feature of Medibang and I was able to save the sketch footage. Look at here, so we're doing the line art, you know, my blocky style, sharp, and doing the frills, and oh my god. For this, now, I had no choice but to pull up the feet reference because I usually don't draw feet, man. Like, my gosh. Let's talk about the pose here. Look at these jellyfish. That is the explanation for the pose I've chosen. It's not that deep. Moving on, my lack of skill is starting to show, and line art, of course. Pain. The line art for the jellyfish tentacles. Now this part. How I wanted to crush everything within my reach and claw my eyes out. To draw each tentacle, make sure it was arranged or overlapping correctly with each other. Like, oh my god, my eyes feeding my brain the information and my brain just processing the arrangement was like... I'm drawing a character in the ocean, but my eyes dried out from this mess. I had to separate it into layers to break it down further for my eyes and brain to handle. Holy fish cake. Okay, so the reason why I talk about the process of what I'm struggling with, what I'm being stressed with, is because I want to show the process of art, you know, the struggles that come along with it, like, especially for someone who's still learning art, you know, the noob artist, yeah, me. I'm still learning, I'm making mistakes, it's frustrating, and that's art, you know, it's the development, it's the character development, there we go, that's the term. That's why this is much better than like what I talked about with AI. There's effort. I'm gonna look back on my past artworks and go, dang, look how much I've grown, look how much I've learned. Okay, so moving on, I definitely had a lot of fun coloring this piece. It's because I was able to work on different shades of blue, shading, lighting, and you know, I was able to experiment with coloring and like experiment with the way I shade and light things. So the thing is, I'm not very used to drawing characters or objects in a dark setting, so this was definitely a challenge for me, and it really wasn't something I was familiar with, but it was something I was like ready to tackle because jellyfish. When it comes to jellyfish, I've seen a lot of images of those like glowing jellyfish in the dark, and I really thought they were cool, I really thought it was beautiful, it was pleasing to the eye, so I decided to input that into my drawing here. This really was challenging for me, but it was fun, and like that's what matters to me. It was fun. Sure, there were like frustrating moments, but like I'm proud that I was able to do something, you know? And I'm proud that I was able to experiment on this, to work on this, and I know I'm gonna improve on it. I'm gonna keep practicing, I'm gonna keep trying. My god, I can't talk. I'm just like really excited for this. So here I am coloring the line art. Depending on the background and the colors of the character or object, I usually base the colors of my line art on that. Since the piece is in the dark ocean, I did a mix of dark line art and bright line art, especially for the jellyfish hat and the tentacles to emphasize the glow. Now for real, this definitely encouraged me to draw more pieces in this setting with glowing objects or accessories, and I suddenly felt hydrated from the line art situation. The stress was worth it. Okay, so here I'm doing some finishing touches and like checking to see if there are any mistakes or anything that I've missed, especially if there were some parts of the character that I wasn't able to color in properly, because I like noticed that there were some hollow parts, so I colored that in and I fixed some of the line art, you know, fixed the shading on the transparent part of the clothes, and yeah, it all worked out, and I got started right away with the background. Now, oceans, I'm not familiar. No, I don't even like swim that much, but you know, I was able to work it out, added some bubbles, glowing bubbles, and here we are, it's done. So this is the final work. The AI image side by side with the sketch, and then our final product, the end result. Oh my god, I am so happy with this one. I am proud of myself for being able to produce such a piece. I'm speechless and just I have no words. I'm happy that I was able to actually manifest the image in my head into this piece. This was definitely a good experience for me, and I learned a lot with coloring, shading, and lighting techniques, and I'm just so happy that I was able to work on this, to experiment and put it into fruition. There's still a lot for me to learn, and I'm sure I can do even better, so I'll definitely draw more pieces like this in the future. Final comments, 10 out of 10 experience, would draw more like this. Let's move on to the next one. Now for the Dragon Boy. Looking cute, looking cool, I dig that. But there are so many things I want to point out, and first, what is that? And where is that on his design? Am I blind? I've been looking at this little guy for almost an hour and I can't find that accessory on his character. It's just sad. The accessory is there, but he's not wearing it. It's like buying a bunch of useless things, like buying food, stuffing it in a fridge, and never touching it again. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna implement this odd accessory into the design, because why not? His horns, what the heck is going on? The way it's popping out of the hoodie is strange. Does he like snow leopards? I like snow leopards too, but we're gonna change the style here. I'm also gonna add some yellow because I think yellow would work on him. You know what? That reminds me of butterflies. I'm gonna add some like butterfly style ripped jeans, pants, something. I'm also gonna get rid of the unnecessary accessories. So now that we have that out of the way, we can start with the sketch. Okay, so once again, Metabang and my recording software didn't cooperate, so we're stuck with, we have to start off with this part of the sketch, so here we go, let's just move on. Oh, I had a blast with this one, mostly because I'm into action shonen stuff, and I'm working on my style to reach that level, and dragon, sharp claws, makes sense. So as I've said, I've added that odd accessory, and I've also added like the butterfly thing, like the butterfly design, and you know, a pretty simple sketch, not much, not too complex here, pretty simple looking shonen, and that's it. What is going on with this staff? I don't understand it. My brain cannot function looking at this. It cannot perceive the foundations or the structure of it. No matter how much I calculate this dude's overall design, nothing is mathing. Is this necessary? How does this even... Huh? What are these belts? What is going on? The outfit is just... I've got no words. I'm sure you can all tell that I struggled with this. I hit the random button in character creation, guy. I can see why the design is appealing at first, but once you dive into the mainframe, it doesn't make sense. Now you might be wondering, where's Dragon Boy's art piece? I've got something planned for that, so I kindly ask for your guys' patience. Okay, so now we're dealing with this I hit the random button character. Now let me tell you, while I was sketching this dude, it was more stressful than Jellyfish Girl. Like, I had no idea what to do with this top. Like, what am I gonna do? A cloak? A jacket? I don't know! Like, I was confused. Like, I was trying to process what I wanted, and you know what? It all worked out in the end, so it's fine. I managed to figure out something, which you will see pretty soon. So, fixed up his belts and stuff, you know? Lessened them, and added something useful wrapped around his thighs, you know? Maybe a potion, something. And, like, I fixed up his hair, and yeah, so like I pretty much figured out. Then the staff. Oh god, what was I gonna do with the staff? I'm not used to drawing weapons. I like weapons, but I'm not used to drawing them. But what the hell did I just say? Anyways, you know what? Blue, yellow and blue, black. Okay, so I finished up the sketches for Dragon Boy and like staff guy, so what was I planning to do with them? Well, let's get into action, baby. Now this is what I call two birds with one stone, eh? So we're just gonna put Dragon Boy and like the staff guy into one art piece. So here we go, versus Dragon Boy versus staff guy. It also ignites my love for action-packed shonen. In other words, it helps me practice to reach that far dream of mine. For those not familiar, there's mangakas out there that literally just take some pen and just draw their work without guidelines. They just swoosh, scribble, shalala, and boom, done. That's why I practice a lot of poses and gesture drawing, being quick and stuff, so that's why you see me sketching without using guidelines as much. Since the poses here were a bit more complex, I had to really sketch this one out to figure out where everything needs to be. The thing I've noticed most about AI art is that there's a lack of life, a lack of expressions and emotions, a lack of dynamic poses, and just what I'd like to say, power? I say power because there's effort behind art, you know? Whether there's a story behind the artwork or not, it has hands and a creative mind working on it, with their passion and genuine sincere effort. You can sense that the artist has been through something to get to that level. Going back to the drawing, I committed to the butterfly design, you know, the butterfly pattern, but with the ripped jeans, and I think it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And I'm pretty content with it. I'm happy that I was able to incorporate that into the final work. And once again, for the staff guy, I still had no idea what I was doing, but I think it all worked out in the end, so I'll take it. I definitely have a lot to work on and improve on, so I'll be learning from my mistakes. I know I can do better, just gotta keep going. Okay, so once more, my recording software decided to say bye-bye, nah, you ain't getting the full footage. And thank God for the time-lapse function, because I was literally, like, it was hours of footage and it's just gone. God, I hate that so much. And I'll do my best to fix it next time, but here we are, coloring. So I definitely had a lot of fun with this one once again. I decided to go for another dark setting because I really had fun with the jellyfish one, so I decided to practice it again. And here it is, the results. Woo. Once again, the AI images and the sketches, and finally the final product, the last of this challenge. Oh my god. I'm so happy with this one. I'm glad that I was able to incorporate one of the things I love, and that's action, and into my art. So, oh my god, I'm really happy with this result too. I think I've done a pretty decent job against AI. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more creative content from me, make sure to like and subscribe. And oh my gosh, I did not realize I did RYB. Holy fudge cakes.